True love never dies, but relationships do. And they do for just two reasons. So let's get into it. Hi, for those that don't know me, my name's Claire Attio, and today I want to discuss true love. There is such a massive misconception that true love dies, the love in the relationship has died, but it's not the love that has died, it's the relationship that has died. And it's died for two reasons, and two reasons only. The first reason is the relationship was for a reason or a season, meaning that there was something that you needed to teach or you needed to learn, or both within that relationship with that person. There was something to be gained, something to be built upon, something to integrate within your own belief systems, within your own value systems, to help you grow, to help you move forward, to help you have better relationships in the future. And seasons can be those very bittersweet relationships where the love is undeniable, but the life paths go in separate directions. Both of those are absolutely beautiful. Both of those are wonderful times to pull in what you actually gained. But the problem is as humans, we tend to focus on the negatives. And so we can very often home in on the latter part, the breakup, and to not feel the pain, we pull in energy. We make up stories in our mind and pull in the negative aspects so that we don't feel the pain. But the love that existed never died. The relationship died. The second one I want to discuss is the one that most of us are familiar with, and that's where one of the partners becomes lazy and the reciprocity is no longer there. And what happens here, it's not that the person that's not receiving decides they're not receiving and so they pull back. It's a natural bodily energetic instinct, just like holding your breath. Eventually a system kicks in where you start to breathe, whether you're choosing to or not. You breathe. It's a survival instinct. And it's the same with love. If you are not getting as much as you are receiving, there will become a point where your body has a natural reaction and you pull back. And it's not because the love isn't there, it's because it gets redirected. The flow is redirected back to self. And this is where we have a lot of the reactions of, I can't believe she left me. I can't believe he left me. I can't believe they finished this relationship. I can't believe they walked away. Because you made the love about yourself. You were not reciprocating the love energies. You were just taking. And the other person had a natural, instinctive reaction. And their energy, whether they wanted it or not, their energy was redirected. That love was redirected back to themselves. Their focus was redirected back to themselves. It's a survival instinct. Doesn't mean that the love for that person doesn't exist. It means that the love for self becomes greater. And so they start to make decisions about themselves rather than a we, it becomes a me. And For those people that have walked away from relationships because of that, what I would like to say to you is, again, please do not deny the fact that you loved that person, possibly in love with that person, or still love that person. The true love never actually dies. It never dies. True love cannot be killed. It cannot be cut. What we do is we can learn to love ourselves more, so that we don't find ourselves in a imbalanced relationship. We don't find ourselves in a situation where we are depleted. So don't deny that love, but that doesn't mean that you have to go back. And I think it's that detachment. And this is where society and rom-coms and novels and has everybody confused, because, oh, if it's true love, then you work it out. There are instances when it can't be worked out. There are instances where it shouldn't be worked out. It's about it's imperative that you learn to know yourself. You give to yourself as much as you give to others. And then you can get that balance. Then you can meet somebody and you will have the discernment of choosing another partner that is going to give you that reciprocity. And if they don't put the blinkers on and ignore the red flags. See the red flags, acknowledge the red flags, discuss the red flags. It may be red flags that are being alerted because of healing that hasn't yet been done, healing that is still needed. But they can be red flags that are an indicator that actually you have chosen somebody of that same ilk. And so the cycles will repeat. Much of the heartache that we feel is because of our unwillingness to release, to let go, to walk away, to admit that it's not functioning. We don't like to admit it to others. We don't like to admit it to ourselves. We would rather lie to ourselves. We would rather deceive ourselves than to hold our hands up and go, I made a mistake. That is where the pain comes from. That is how the cycles are repeated. If you've been in a relationship and that relationship is ended, do the healing. Find out the factors that are your responsibility as to why that relationship never functioned. And then work to release them, work to release those beliefs, work to release those lies and deceits of where you tell yourself, work to release the expectations that you have because of programming. Work it. Don't go, oh, well, I'm never having another relationship. Don't jump into another relationship. Just sit with yourselves, sit in the stillness, ask the questions of yourself, and know that true love never dies. Relationships die. There's much learning that can be taken from that.